Hello, welcome back to Dragon Age. The Inquisition party that never seems to end. Alright, so tonight we are going to progress with the main story. Main quest night. Always a fun time. Anyway, we have things we need to do. Actually, there's one very important thing we have to do before we start a side tangent to main quest. I think we need to go to the council here. The council. The evil council. Oh, they're not really evil. We need to go investigate the Shrine of Dumat before we do anything else. Because this is tangentially related to the main quest we need to do. We need to find the Shrine of Dumat and figure out what Mr. Corypheus is hiding. Alright. Who should I bring? Dorian already says interesting things to say about Tevinter stuff, so I'll bring him along. I'll bring Sarah too. And yeah, bring Cassandra. That works.
So this is the shrine Corypheus hid from Calpurnia.
There are similar places in Tevinter. Notice how you feel it in the back of your mind. There's power here. Or was.
It is far, far too quiet.
Shrines are bad. Who here doesn't know that?
Interesting. Oh, let's knock on the door, see if anybody's home. There's somebody home. It's demons. Demons are home.
Make it take you!
Just gonna keep going. All right.
Awake in a world twisted into perversion and ruin. Awake only to discover the light of wisdom has gone black. Samson has failed, but Calpurnia stands ready.
Is that Cory Friggy? Who likes their own voice enough to do this?
Alright. I'm gonna listen to the other crystals. I saw a few on the way up here. Crystal.
Calpurnia prepares to set foot in the place where regret dwells to bring it into the light. Cannot know what must be done, cannot understand. Time she will. I recited the old verses, how easily they come even after so long a slumber. Yet still I do not feel the presence of Dumont. Hear no whispers, no commands, silence has fallen.
Well, he is the Dragon of Silence, so I guess he wouldn't... Being silent would probably be expected of the Dragon of Silence. Would it not? I mean, hey, I'm just throwing that out there, you know? It's,
Did the others never return from the Black City? There is no record even of our names. We are vilified by legend. They spit on our deeds and claim we brought darkness into the world. We discovered the darkness. We claimed it as our own. Let it permeate our being. If the others have not returned, they are lost. I am alone in my glory.
ooh, money.
The anchor has been stolen by a child of the stone. I shall descend on this haven with fire and fury and take it back. Let us see what manner of herald this age has bred.
Oh, he's talking about me. Monitor. Monitor laptop's having issues.
How does this age stand such desolation? They sing to a maker who answers no prayers. Once I have ascended, I will be their answer. I will be their light.
So it's a little interesting thing that kind of Corypheus kind of mentioned here. So Corypheus saying, oh, everybody blames the Magisters for, you know, becoming corrupted and unleashing darkspawn upon the world when they went to the Black City. And, well, from what he says, and what he claims, he found the darkness in the Black City. And then it sounds like he tried to I guess, utilize it for himself. Which I guess could still have corrupted him anyway. He took it into himself and allowed it to corrupt him. Or something to that. Something along that line, so... But the thing is, the darkness of the Darkspawn, or whatever it is, was there in the Black City, and he just found it. That it was already there at the time. So again, it could lead some credence to the idea that also he said he found the seat of the Maker empty. Also, when he went to the Black City or whatever, that he found no Maker there. He just found the darkness. So maybe there is no Maker. It's all a lie. But that depends if you can actually trust Corypheus' words. You know, he might be a little delulu in the head. I mean, we don't know about that. It's very dark in here.
Light the burner. Add a teaspoon of cinnabar. He came down in fire and splendor. Chapter 9, verse 1.
Look at that containment spell. It would hold a dozen pride demons.
What is this? Who are you?
Magister Erasthenes, am I a scholar of Tevinter? To Corypheus I am bound to answer every question. For Gertanius' sake, I am lost.
Corypheus did this to you? On Calpurnia's behalf?
She knows not of aught. I am a ruin, the jeweled husk when the butterfly leaves. I was the greatest scholar of the old gods in Minrathus. No, in the Imperium. One night, he came to my door. For my relics, I thought, my writings and runes. And instead, my slave went to his side, Calpurnia, to become the vessel and save Tevinter.
If Calpurnia is this vessel, what are the contents going to be?
I do not know. Power. It must be some sort of power. Power like Earthemials, risen in flame and...
Is that why Calpurnia joined Corypheus? To save your empire?
Yes, she seeks a leader, Corypheus, to shape Tevinter's rebirth. She would raise up the slaves as she was raised. Bring a new order with a heart of steel. She could do it if she were not the vessel.
If Calpurnia is the one Corypheus wanted, why do this to you?
For practice. Corypheus, crafts a vessel for whatever power he seeks. Yes. But he does not need his vessel to have free will. About her, these same chains will fall. Iron to cage lightning. My binding is the poor pencil sketch. Calpurnia will be the masterpiece.
Power without free will. That's her role as the vessel.
Yoked like a canary major, a Cerberus, circumscribed sycophant. This chain has broken me, friend. No wings can raise my mind. Please, breach the circle. Its wards will trigger. I will be dust and light, free
or it will kill us. Corypheus is not above placing such a trap.
Corypheus' circle will hold its destruction within. Tight, tight. No fear, only freedom.
Okay. Lose him.
All right. You seem honest, and you suffered enough.
Light a lamp, would you, Calpurnia? Everything's so dark.
So Copernicus is being raised to be basically a different type of slave. A slave to power. In a way. No, can't go back in there. Alright. I think we are done here. We can just go in and leave. Unless there's a surprise waiting outside. Any surprises? Nope. Maybe not. Ah. Of course. More demons. And demons are dead. Demons do not make very good guards. They just kind of die. Like this guy.
The reports from our agents at the shrine are intriguing.
Camera.
You were correct. Once Calpurnia becomes the vessel, she will lose her freedom. Forgive me, but I wish you hadn't been so quick to throw the unspelled Magister away.
We didn't need thumbscrews. The Inquisition can deliver mercy now and then.
At a cost. Well, done is done. Corypheus's notes mention a place where regret dwells. That is more of a mystery. Until the notes are deciphered, I intend rumors of the binding ritual to reach Calpurnia's ears.
Now we've done the hard work, Calpurnia might investigate the shrine herself.
Scouts are posted, but she has yet to appear. Breaching his sanctum might give Corypheus pause, yet Calpurnia is silent, as are her agents. We have given her something to think about.
Much to think about.
There was no way to save Alistair, was there?
Weird time to bring that up. Maybe he's still alive? I don't know.
We don't know that he's dead.
But lost in the Fade? As good as dead, then. We will toast to his memory.
Anything I should know?
Having the Templars join the Inquisition has done wonders for our
Okay.
reputation.
Yeah, I know.
The people trust the Templars, and now they trust us.
Alright.
I'll leave you to your work.
Yeah, you think that Liliana might have a little bit more to say about me sacrificing Alistair. I guess that's it, you know? Morgan didn't really have much to say either, which is kind of disappointing.
Inquisitor.
Here's your one of your companions from what was it, 10 years ago now, and they just don't have much to say about him. It's really disappointing. Alright, I don't think there's anything else we have to do for the Calpurnia thing. I think we're set to go with that.
With an Illuvion, Corypheus could cross into the Fade in the flesh.
Indeed, the Inquisitor can attest that these artifacts still work if one knows how to use them.
What happens when Corypheus enters the Fade?
Why, he will gain his heart's desire and take the power of a god. Or, and this is more likely, the lunatic will unleash forces that tear the world apart.
Yeah, we can't have that.
Reasons for stopping Corypheus have gone from revenge to keep the world intact.
'Twas always so, was it not? The madman would bury us all.
Pardon me, but does this mean everything's lost unless we get to the Illuvian before him?
Corypheus has a head start, no matter how quickly our army moves.
We should gather our allies before we march.
Can we wait for them? We should send our spies ahead to the Arbor Wilds.
Without support from the soldiers, you'd lose half of them.
Then what should we do?
I have a plan.
You follow the orders of your Inquisitor. All three of you. Josephine, have our allies send scouts to meet us in the wilds. Liliana, your fastest agents, will join them. Together, we'll have enough spies to slow down Corypheus' army until Cullen's soldiers arrive.
Such confidence. But the Arbor Wilds are not so kind to visitors. Old elven magic lingers in those woods.
We'd be remiss to not take advantage of your knowledge.
Hey, we got an elven
Lend
baldy.
us your expertise.
'Tis why I came here, although it is good to see its value recognized.
Any further instructions, Inquisitor?
I'm so proud of you all. It brings me to tears.
The Inquisition began as a handful of soldiers. Thanks to you, we're now a force that will topple a self-proclaimed god. I could ask for no finer counsel, no better guidance.
I speak for all of us when I answer. We could ask for no finer cause.
We'll hound Corypheus in the wilds before he can find the temple or this Illuvion.
Alright, let's do it. Let's go get him. I mean, get the Illuvian. Let's see. Who am I gonna bring? There's a good opportunity for Solus to dump some lore. You know what? I think Blackwall and cool with me. Oops, I dropped my dice. Yeah, fire. Yeah, set fire to everything. We'll just burn the forest down. That'll work.
Inquisitor,
How goes the battle, Captain?
the Red Templars fall beneath our blades, your worship. Commander Cullen says they're nearly finished. Our scouts saw Corypheus traveling towards an elven ruin to the north. We can clear you a path through his armies.
So all you have to do is fend off Corypheus's worst zealots until I've returned.
We shall not flinch, your worship, not a one of us. Andraste guide you, Inquisitor.
I wonder, is it Andraste your soldiers invoke during battle, or does a more immediate name come to their lips?
Haha, you're talking about me, right? Right?
Another way to let people down if I falter. Thank you for the reminder.
'Twas not I who raised an army of faithful to storm this land, Inquisitor. But I digress. If your scouts report accurately, I believe these ruins to be the Temple of Mathal.
Which is?
A place of worship out of elven legend. If Corypheus seeks it, then the alluvion he covets lies within.
Aw, I told him to keep the
Let us hope
firecrackers
we
away
reach
from
this
the
temple before
powder.
the entire forest is reduced to ash.
Your faith in your commander is well placed, Ambassador. Victory is all but in sight.
With Orlay's Imperial Guard joining us, it was never in doubt. Corypheus has been seen in the fray. Will you not consider moving further from the front line?
Dear Lady Montillier, we cannot send our subjects where we ourselves fear to tread. All Thedas will see Orlais stand triumphant with the chosen of Andraste.
As your majesty wishes. Inquisitor, I hear this Eluvian lies in a temple nearby. That's where the fighting will be worst. Andraste keep you safe.
Move everyone immediately if the fighting comes closer.
You may count on it. Good luck.
We are gladdened to see you, Herald. This day will be recalled for ages. We are privileged to witness the fulfillment of the Inquisition's purpose.
The sight of our Orlesian allies risking their lives here humbles me.
Your worthy cause would have friends, even if we did not will it. Men and women of faith serve you. Their favor is no less than our own, their service no less dear. With Orlais at your side, we will see you victorious against Corypheus. May you walk in the light.
Alrighty. Whoa, I'm in. Yeah. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go this way. I can't leave. What do you got over here?
If the soldiers aren't careful with their fires, they'll do Corypheus's work for him.
Do you sense the magic crackling? Something more powerful than the Red Templars.
Yeah. Yeah, gunpowder. It's gunpowder. Gotta watch out for that stuff. It explodes.
Where does it hurt? Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Don't move. You'll open the wound. Are we driving them back? Do the Red Templars fall? They fall. You've done your...
As the sun renews itself, so must the faithful renew their love of the Maker. Your penance shall be a joy, serving him with a heart of love unbound. Your struggle shall be a gift, for it redeems you in his sight.
The Inquisition brought you this struggle. Without men like you, it would fall.
The fight is justly entered, your worship. I was a pilgrim at Haven. I saw the wreckage and how you emerged to lead us. If the Maker bids me serve you, it will be done.
Empress Celine's general is just down the hill in... He wishes to join you for the last push.
Okay. They're waiting on me. No, I really need to stop picking up rocks. This is not the time to look for resources.
Grey Wardens. They must be the last of those enslaved at Adamant.
Poor bastards. Corypheus has them dying by the dozen.
The monsters are running, your worship.
Running? Where are they running to?
For the herald. They fall! The Red Templars fall!
Yes, they die. They can die like anything else. Any other creature, they die. Go this way, I guess.
There, ahead. An entire camp of Red Templars.
Look sharp. They've got archers on the wall.
What? Where'd you come from? Sneaky elf assassin. Don't you realize I have one of your gods with me? I mean,
it seems this temple
an elf with me.
is not deserted after all.
Perhaps these creatures are the reason few return from the Arbor Wilds.
Who needs healing? Get away from me. Didn't I see something? Oh, right there. Sneaky elf. Another sneaky elf. Oh, Colin, it's you. You're down here. I saved you! Thank me. Thank me. Yeah, fine, whatever. We're okay on potions right now.
There. That must be the Temple of Mythal.
Be ready. Corypheus will be there.
I hear fighting ahead.
Namilana Sobanale.
The wretch mocks you, Master.
These are but remnants. They will not keep us from the Well of Sorrows.
Well of Sorrows?
Don't let him know we're here.
Be honored. Witness death at the hands of a new god.
Oh, okay. He just he blew himself up. Oh, job's done. You can go home.
Cannot be.
Across the bridge, now!
Yeah, he comes back. Now we're seeing Corypheus' secret in action. He has infinite lives, basically. As long as there's a Grey Warden around.
Thal's sanctum. Let us proceed before Corypheus interferes.
I thought Corypheus was here for an alluvion. Why did he mention a Well of Sorrows back on the bridge?
I am uncertain of what he referred to.
Could they be the same? Could alluvion translate into Well of Sorrows?
No. It seems an alluvion is not the prize Corypheus seeks. Yes, I was wrong. Does that please you? Whatever the Well of Sorrows might be, Corypheus seeks it, and thus you must keep it from his grasp.
Does Elvin Baldy have anything to add?
Let's find this well before Corypheus's people do. I want to know how Corypheus returned to life. We saw him die.
And his life force passes on to any blighted creature, darkspawn, or Grey Warden.
Then Corypheus cannot die. Destroy his body and he will assume another.
We'll find a way to stop him once we're done here.
'Tis strange. Archdemons possess the same ability, and still the Grey Wardens are able to slay them. Yet Corypheus, they locked away. Perhaps they knew he could do this. but not how. Yes?
Are you certain Corypheus is using the power of the Blight to make himself immortal?
Perhaps you forget. I was in Ferelden during the Fifth Blight. I have seen a true archdemon rage. How Corypheus gained the power to send his soul into blighted bodies, that is the real question.
Will answering that question let us destroy Corypheus for good?
Perhaps. I would suggest first dealing with the well. If Corypheus obtains it, any chance of success could be lost.
Do you know what this part of the temple was used for?
The room we stand in is a vestibule, not the temple proper. To those who knew it, perhaps this ritual was little more than a polite knock at the gate. These customs must have been as familiar to ancient elves as bowing to a queen is to you or I.
I find it difficult to picture you curtsying to anyone.
Have we become so familiar you can predict my manners and customs now? Nothing is lost by indulging in the occasional civilized conduct, particularly when unexpected.
You said this Mythal was worshipped as a goddess.
So one assumes. What is a god but a being of immense power? The dread old gods were nothing more than dragons, after all. They rise as archdemons, and they die. Perhaps Mythal was a powerful elf, a ruler among her kind. History often plays storyteller with facts.
You admit lack of knowledge, and yet dismiss her so readily?
I do not dismiss her. I question her supposed divinity. One need not be a god to have value. Truthfully, I'm uncertain Mythal was even a single entity. The accounts are varied.
There are varied accounts of Mythal?
In most stories, Mythal rights wrongs while exercising motherly kindness. Let fly your voice to Mythal, deliverer of justice, protector of sun and earth alike. Other paint her as dark, vengeful. Pray to Mythal and she would smite your enemies, leaving them in agony.
More Dalish tales, I assume.
Baldy, if you have something to add, please add it to the conversation instead of adding your snide remarks here.
If you know more about this, Solus, speak.
The oldest accounts say Mythal was both of these, and neither. She was the mother, protective and fierce. That is all I will say. This is not a place to stir up old stories.
Oh, come on.
Whatever the truth, all accounts of Mythal end the same. Exiled to the beyond with her brethren.
What do you mean, exiled?
Tricked by the Dread Wolf, as all the elven gods were said to be, trapped in a land beyond the Fade. Many Dalish believe this is why the elves fell from grace, and their gods did not save them. Or perhaps they were simply rulers slain by Tevinter. Who can say?
You've seen the elves here. They seem odd.
Indeed. Two things are possible. One, this is a group of Dalish separated from their brethren, cultists, fanatic in their desire to keep humans away. Two, these are elves descended from the ancients, having resided here since before the fall of Arlathan. The second appears unlikely, but if true, the implications are astounding.
Is that even possible? How?
With magic, anything is possible. Whatever the truth, the Guardians successfully kept the temple a secret. They must kill all who enter, even the Dalish. A more sensible question might be, why?
Let's continue.
As you wish.
A little bit of lore there. I wish Baldy would add more to the conversation. That's why I brought you along.
It appears the temple's magics are still strong.
Is this Elven? Does it say anything about this Well of Sorrows?
Atishol vir Abalasan. It means enter the path of the Well of Sorrows.
There is something about knowledge, respectful or pure. Shiven. Shivenen. 'Tis all I can translate. That it mentions the well is a good omen.
At least we know the Well of Sorrows was important.
Supplicants to Mythal would have first paid obeisance here. Following their path may aid entry.
So...
Good Andrastians, we offer a prayer to elven gods.
If need be, unless you wish to turn back.
So we just gotta... We just have to play along for the time being. So it's a little walking puzzle. You have to light all the squares without crossing over.
There. Well done. Let us see what awaits. I see the Venatori have already encountered the temple's guardians.
Those elves lay an impressive ambush. Where are they?
Preparing another display of hospitality, no doubt.
Oh, hey, Baldy, look. Statue of a dog.
Why would this be here?
Something wrong?
It depicts the dread wolf, Fen Harel. In elven tales, he tricks their gods into sealing themselves away in the beyond for all time. Setting Fen Harel in Mythal's greatest sanctum is as blasphemous as painting Andraste naked in the chantry.
Game. Let me speak. What's the key? Damn it. I can't interact. There we go.
Some chantries display statues of Andraste's betrayer, Mafarath, as part of the chant.
It might fulfill a similar function. A reminder of vigilance for the faithful.
For all your knowledge, Lady Morrigan, you cannot resist giving legend the weight of history. The wise do not mistake one for the other.
Pray tell, what meaning does our elven expert sense lurking behind this?
None we can discern by staring at it.
Oh, you make such a cute couple.
You two look like you're about to kiss when you argue.
'Tis time we pressed forward.
Agreed.
Oh, come on.
The Temple of Mythal, constructed in an age when elves, not men, dominated this land. They believed Mythal a goddess of justice. Elves came here to request judgment, after they proved their worth.
Silence has reigned here for time beyond memory.
Don't let them pass!
Ah, the muttering Venatori are here. Oh, I'm on fire in the water. Is that a thing?
Come on, we might catch them.
Hold a moment. While they rush ahead, this leads to our true destination. We should walk the petitioner's path as before.
People are dying outside while we stand here. If we use the tunnel, more of our soldiers can flee.
In this case, I must agree with the witch. This is ancient ground, deserving of our respect.
You see the urgency? We cannot find the Well of Sorrows unprepared.
We don't know what's behind those doors. They might have a reason for going another way.
Had they the option, they would have proceeded. That must lead to their goal.
Their goal? Or yours?
There is a danger to the natural order. Legends walked Thedas once, things of might and wonder. Their passing has left us all the lesser. Corypheus would squander the ancient power of the well. I would have it restored.
Ah, so you're a romantic.
I wasn't expecting your answer to be so romantic.
Trust me, your surprise is matched only by my own. Mankind blunders through the world, crushing what it does not understand. Elves, dragons, magic. The list is endless. We must stem the tide, or be left with nothing more than the mundane. This I know to be true. I read more in the first chamber than I revealed. It said a great boon is given to those who use the Well of Sorrows, but at a terrible price.
What exactly did that altar say about the Well of Sorrows?
Like most elven writing, it was insufferably vague. The term I deciphered was Halam Shivanas, the sweet sacrifice of duty. It implies the loss of something personal for duty's sake, yet for those who served at this temple, a worthwhile trade.
Did you not trust me enough to tell me about this price when you read it?
I hoped to find more information. If I intended to cheat you, I would have feigned ignorance entirely. My priority is your cause, but if the opportunity arises to save this well, I am willing to pay the cost.
And gain what?
That is what we must discover. The rituals may point the way.
Yes, Morgan has her own motive here.
Will you abandon these rituals, Inquisitor? Think carefully. There's no return once we follow the Venatori.
I don't know. I'm looking around. Give me a moment.
Who is this meant to be?
Fallon Dean, overseer of funerals and guide to the elven dead. I have heard the Dalish invoke him on their deathbed, or before quests from which they expect no return.
I'm not sure how a god of the dead inspires good fortune.
Perhaps it was meant to frighten the elves' enemies.
I do not believe they sing songs about Falun Din's vanity.
Please tell me more.
Do you know any legends?
It is said Falun Din's appetite for adulation was so great, he began wars to amass more worshippers. The blood of those who wouldn't bow low filled lakes as wide as oceans. Mithal rallied the gods once the shadow of Falun Din's hunger stretched across her own people. It was almost too late. Falun Din only surrendered when his brethren bloodied him in his own temple.
No story is dramatic if the people in it act sensibly.
Yes. Most tales paint Falun Din's stubbornness second only to his self-regard.
Good story, Baldy. I will believe you. I won't try to shoot your feet. That was just an accident. Blame it on the game. Let me see here. Maybe. Bird. Is that it? Did I do it? Oh. That didn't count. Let's try something different. Bird. Remember my answer. So I guess I have to go over here.
Indeed. Time to proceed to the next ritual, I should think.
The ritual is complete.
We are close. There is but one more path to follow.
One more. So far, I am a genius so far. Do your worst, elves. Elven puzzles. Almost sounds like Andrul became corrupted and became a darkspawn, almost. Interesting.
What's this?
I believe we are in the presence of the elven goddess Andrul, Lady of the Hunt.
Or a goddess of sacrifice, according to some.
Truly? I wonder if that is why Andrul's patron animal is the hare. 'Tis said the Dalish invoke her before a chase, especially if they happen to be stalking humans.
Humans clash with elves all the time. There's blood on both sides.
I do not favor either. One hears things in an Orlesian court. Many Orlesian commanders consider skirmishes against the Dalish excellent sport.
Ah, okay. Okay. I remember this one. Out of the three, this is the tricky one to figure out. There's a switch I need to find. I don't remember where. I gotta find the switch. Oh, it's right here. Of course, that'll raise those switches. Obviously. But to see, I messed it up now. can tell you right now, I think I probably messed this one up already. Or maybe not. Let's jump on that. Oop. Gosh, I know I messed it up. Yeah. Guys, really, you need to not be up there. Can you guys get off the thing? You're stuck up there, aren't you? Of course. Oh, she somehow made it past the NPC barrier. And now you guys are stuck up there. I have such wonderful companions. Let me think here. If I do that. Damn, I keep forgetting about that square right there. Shit. I need to walk back on the platform from here. Damn it. Okay. I will get it this time. I know what I have to do. Right here. Got it.
Everything is lit.
The whispers are louder.
Come, let us see if the doors have opened. Tis not what I expected. What was this chamber used for?
We're being watched.
Venavis, you are unlike the other invaders. You stumble down our paths at the side of one of our own. You bear the mark of magic, which is familiar. How has this come to pass? What is your connection to those who first disturbed our slumber?
They are my enemies, as well as yours.
I am called Abelas. We are sentinels, tasked with standing against those who trespass on sacred ground. We wake only to fight, to preserve this place. Our numbers diminish with each invasion. I know what you seek. Like all who have come before you, you wish to drink from the Vira Belasan.
The place of the Way of Sorrows. He speaks of the well.
It is not for you. It is not for any of you.
What is this Virabella-san exactly?
It is a path. One walked only by those who toiled in Mithal's favor.
He speaks of priests, perhaps.
More than that, you need not know.
So, you're elves from ancient times, before the Tevinter Imperium destroyed Arlathan.
The Shemlin did not destroy Arlathan. We Elven warred upon ourselves. By the time the doors to this sanctuary closed, our time was over. We awaken only when called, and each time find the world more foreign than before. It is meaningless. We endure. The Virabella-san must be preserved.
Baldy, can you talk to him?
Solus, perhaps he'll listen to you.
What shall I say, Inquisitor? Shall I sway him from a millennia of service by virtue of our shared blood? He clings to all that remains of his world, because he lacks the power to restore it.
We came to stop Corypheus. He's here to take your well, not I.
I believe you. Trespassers you are, but you have followed rites of petition. You have shown respect to Mithal. If these others are enemies of yours, we will aid you in destroying them. When this is done, you shall be permitted to depart. And never return.
This is our goal, is it not? There is no reason to fight these sentinels.
Consider carefully. You must stop Corypheus, yes, but you may also need the well for your own.
Let's just help them out for now. We have enough enemies as is.
I accept your offer.
You will be guided to those you seek. As for the Virabella-san, it shall not be despoiled, even if I must destroy it myself.
No!
Morgan!
And Morgan freaks out. Woman.
This would be our guide?
Mytholanast.
That's helpful, since Morgan chased off on her own.
She seeks to protect the Well of Sorrows.
She turned into a bird.
This place looks untouched.
I've seen Elysian palaces with less gold. What did the ancient elves do here?
Perhaps it was meant to kindle a sense of awe in visitors.
Well, it's working.
Got time for a lamp puzzle.
Penshra, Gilas Velathan.
I believe she would prefer that we remain close.
Just a quick look around.
I'm examining your mosaics. Come on. What am I detecting here? Oh, money.
Vir Sumiel.
Yeah, we just took the shortcut. Okay. Be nice to the elves. It'll pay off. You still coming? Oh. You know, maybe you didn't have to lug that giant book around. Maybe you could move a little faster. Hey, this is a dead end. I guess you want me to go to the door. Alright.
Well of sorrows.
Maker's balls.
Mother balls.
It's loud and so cold.
I want them dead before the Master arrives!
Kaltora Virethan!
I will swim if I must. The well demands.
So close. The well knows its vessel, and those who would despoil it. Stand aside, Inquisitor. The trials you set me, I have overcome. As a courtesy, leave now. Or not at all.
How about we parlay for a moment here?
No, Calpurnia. We have things to discuss.
True. I did not think you so civilized. You serve your people. You have one last chance to save them. The Well of Sorrows overflows with knowledge, power abandoned by those the elves worshipped as gods. To walk the Fade without the anchor. That is what the Well of Sorrows will give Corypheus.
Why would Corypheus think entering the Fade will work any better than last time?
Speech without understanding. I knew you would take the well for yourself, to ransack its wisdom to try to defeat Corypheus. But you'd still be just a child, playing with a sword. Corypheus will wield it as a master.
I don't have a sword.
Once you've drunk from the well, Corypheus will use a ritual on you. You'll be a mindless tool, enslaved to his will.
Where I come from, idle tales must be proven.
Here, the page with his binding ritual. He tried it on your master, Erasthenes.
How could you know? And these runes, no one has written in these since... He made so many promises, and everyone a lie. Venidus cavern vas. He was to give Tevinter a true leader. If Corypheus would misuse me, he'd misuse them too. I was blind.
That's why you joined Corypheus? To see Tevinter rebuilt?
To see her reborn. Slaves allowed their true potential, corruption excised. Tevinter was the cradle of civilization. Imagine what her future could be. A crafter of wonders, standing against the savage Kunari. A beacon for all.
Well, then you should probably go do that. Far away from this place.
Perhaps Tevinter does need a strong leader. Be that woman, while you still can.
You mock me, Inquisitor, as if you'd let me walk away.
If that's your wish, I won't stop you.
If Corypheus triumphs. Listen. If any power can challenge him, it lies in the well. Perhaps its price is too high, but if you can take it, humble him. Vitae benefaria, Inquisitor. Do not follow us. I will give you some time. I go to confront my master. Then I will return to Tevinter. If there is anything left of me.
Yeah, you could just leave.
Abela!
You heard his parting words, Inquisitor. The elf seeks to destroy the Well of Sorrows.
So the Sanctum is despoiled at last.
You would have destroyed the well yourself, given the chance.
To keep it from your grasping fingers. Better it be lost than bestowed upon the undeserving.
Fool. You'd let your people's legacy rot in the shadows.
Corypheus needed Calpurnia to use the well. Without her, there's no vessel to claim it.
The moment we leave, he will send more forces to secure this place. The well clearly offers power, Inquisitor. If that power can be turned against Corypheus, can you afford not to use it?
Do you even know what you ask? As each servant of Mythal reached the end of their years, they would pass their knowledge on through this. All that we were, all that we knew, it would be lost forever.
It's better that knowledge remain in the well, never passed on? You'd rather destroy it?
There are other places, friend, other duties. Your people yet linger.
Elven such as you?
Yes, such as I.
You have shown respect to Mythal, and there is a righteousness in you I cannot deny. Is that your desire? To partake of the Via Belasan as best you can? To fight your enemy?
Gifts like this don't come freely.
No boon of Mythal was ever granted without cost. The Vera Belisan may be too much for a mortal to comprehend. Brave it if you must. But know you this. You shall be bound forever to the will of Mythal.
Bound to a goddess who no longer exists, if she ever did.
Bound as we are bound. The choice is yours.
Is it possible this Mythal might still exist?
Anything is possible.
Elven legend states that Mythal was tricked by Fen-Harel and banished to the Beyond.
Elven legend is wrong. The Dread Wolf had nothing to do with her murder.
Murder? I said nothing of...
She was slain, if a god truly can be. Betrayed by those who destroyed this temple. Yet the Vera Belisan remains. As do we. That is something.
Are you leaving the temple?
Our duty ends. Why remain?
There is a place for you, Lethaline, if you seek it.
Perhaps there are places the Shemlin have not touched. It may be that only Uthenera awaits us. The blissful sleep of eternity never to awaken, if fate is kind.
Thank you for this gift, Abalas.
Do not thank me yet, Shemlin.
Malas Amalin Nahalam Abalas. His name, Abalas, means sorrow. I said, I hoped he finds a new name.
You'll note the intact Illuvian. I was correct on that count, at least.
Is it still a threat? Can Corypheus use it to travel the Fade?
You recall when I took you through my Illuvian, I said each required a key? The well is the key. Take its power, and Mythal's last Illuvian will be no more use to Corypheus than glass. I did not expect the well to feel so... hungry.
Maybe that's not good?
Seems like that should be a concern.
Knowledge begets a hunger for more. I am willing to pay the price the well demands. I am also the best suited to use its knowledge in your service.
Or more likely to your own ends?
What would you know of my ends, elf?
You are a glutton drooling at the sight of a feast. You cannot be trusted.
Of those present, I alone have the training to make use of this. Let me drink, Inquisitor.
What training makes you so qualified?
I have studied the oldest lore. I have delved into mysteries of which you could only dream. Can you honestly tell me there is anyone better suited?
Baldy, do you want to take a dip?
What about you, Solus?
No. Do not ask me again.
Okay.
I don't know who's better suited, and neither do you.
I have the best chance of making use of the well. For everyone. Let me drink.
Remember, you are a mommy. Do you want to be doing this?
You're not concerned about the price? Bound forever to the will of Mythal.
Bound to the will of a dead god?
Don't say that so soon.
Warning. Perhaps a compulsion yet remains. Who can say otherwise? I do not fear it, even so.
Are you sure you want this, Morrigan? We don't know what will happen.
We do not, and yet it must be done. I am ready.
Wait, I know the well's danger? How do I know that?
Thoughts?
She is right about only one thing. We should take the power which lies in that well.
So many voices. They would be in your head, talking over you. You don't want them.
I won't lose you. Let the witch use the well.
Enough deliberation. Give me your decision.
What does this option do?
Looking at it, listening to it, that's not just knowledge from the ancient elven priests. It's their will.
How would you know such a thing?
That's what Abelas was telling us. The collective will of the priests puts anyone who drinks under a compulsion, a gas. Can't you feel it?
Because I read books.
That would match the legends, but it does not tell us what the gas entails. I would still use the well, but you are right. We must be cautious.
Alright. I don't really think my Inquisitor is well suited to be drinking from this thing, so I'm gonna go ahead and let Morgan do it. It seems a little better narratively wise to let her drink from it anyway. I'll just go then.
It's yours.
Vivian greatly disapproves. Ah, fuck you, Vivian.
Morgan. Are you all right?
Elasin Salah. Visan Allah. I am intact. There is much to sift through, but now we can...
Oh, look who made it late to the party. Why am I glowing? I didn't drink from the well. You bunked your head on the mirror. 7 years bad luck for you, Corypheus.
It is done.
I'm pleased to report we won the battle, Inquisitor. When you went through that mirror, Corypheus and his archdemon fled the field. I'm not sure why.
What he wanted was no longer within the temple.
Perhaps. He spent so long trying to get into the temple, he probably couldn't have helped his forces by that point.
Then Corypheus is finished.
If he is wise, he will hide and rebuild his strength before he attacks again.
He will not hide.
You sound pretty certain when you say that.
The Well of Sorrows held many voices, and they speak to me now from across the ages. They hold wisdom, secrets I never dreamed possible. But even they fear what Corypheus has become.
Should we fear him more than his army?
Possibly. Luckily for you, he has a weakness. The dragon he calls is not truly an archdemon. It is a dragon, in which Corypheus has infested part of his being. He doubtless did so out of pride to emulate the gods of old. That pride can be exploited. Kill the dragon, and his ability to leap into other bodies is disrupted. He can be slain.
Oh, okay, you make it sound so simple.
Just kill his dragon? Why didn't we think of that before?
There is a way to defeat the dragon, to match Corypheus in his power. The well whispers it to me now. Your help will be required, Inquisitor. Speak to me when you are ready, and we shall begin.
I'll see to Skyhold's defenses in the meantime.
Alright. Main quest done. Alright, so from this point forward, we just have to speak with Morgan and do, I think this is the last thing to do before the final thing opens up. Let me put it that way. But since we got a little bit of time, let's go take care of a few other things. Need to go to Valro and finish up Josephine's little thing that's gotta go do here. Let's take care of that.
You're worrying Madame with your shouting during the night. Not to mention the other servants.
I can't help it, sire.
Hmm?
A woman comes to me in my dreams, and she whispers things.
You mustn't say that. Not in public. People will think you'll be taken by a demon.
She's not a demon, sire. She says her name is Mythal, but I will be quiet. I promise.
Uh-huh, interesting. I don't think I've ever actually heard that conversation before. So, are elves now all having, like, premonitions of Mythal now?
Good day.
The findings in the heretical temple have caused you harm.
The Divine taught me it was all
Inquisitor.
nonsense.
What
Our
an
gods.
unexpected pleasure.
It is,
You must
as
have had
I
a
said.
long journey to the city.
We cannot dispute
Might
the
there be any
existence
news
of
from
powerful
this house?
beings. But it is the light of the
Here's a
Maker
letter from Ellerly. He's safe with his family in the Dales.
Oh, my Ellerly.
must be.
Oh, bless
Everything
you.
is demons.
The Dions will sponsor the Duparakets as a family deserving of a noble title, Inquisitor. You have my word. Now please, forgive my hastiness, but I must read Ellerly's words. Make her keep you.
Okay. That's done.
We're marching soon.
That's the world. Can you say it?
It comes swiftly, this moment that will be spoken of for ages. The day the Herald of Andraste challenged the Darkspawn that thought itself a god. Defeat him, and you'll be more than a holy woman to the people. You'll enter legend.
I'm glad you think that way. It wasn't why I came to talk to you, but sure.
Now that sounds more dangerous than anything I've done so far.
And there is the wits that reassures us. People joined the Inquisition after hearing you were blessed, but they've stayed because of how you lead. I wanted to tell you that I shared their sentiments, Inquisitor, and... well, I suppose I just did.
You've always been there for us, Josephine. And for me.
It means much to hear you say that. Farewell, my lady. When you face Corypheus, may you walk in the light.
You're making this sound like goodbye. I'm not dying.
Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
What's the next favor we need to get these deux paraquets a lordship?
We need a judge of the royal court to procure documents acknowledging them as nobility again.
Okay. I will tell somebody to go do that. So this is a quick peek of what I got left here. You may be wondering about the DLC stuff here. Deep Roads and Prospect Basin. I like to do those as post-game content, so I'm not going to do those before we're done with the main game. So that's why I haven't touched these yet. But I will do them after we finish up with Corypheus. I'll give you a nice little bit of a post-game content before I move on to Trespasser. Yeah, I'll let Leon do that.
Inquisitor.
Sentinel plate. Okay. I mean, other than that, there's still more things to do in Emprise du Luan, and there's another ruin in the Emerald Graves as well to explore. There's also a dragon there, so we got there's four more dragons to kill. And there's a little bit more to do in these two areas. So maybe I'll do that stuff next time. But if there's nothing else, we are getting towards the end here. If I can speak. Of the main game. We are getting close to the end of the main game.
Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
What's the next favor we need to get these deux paraquets a lordship?
We must persuade Minister Belize to ratify the papers. She's in charge of these matters of rank. The minister will be at a small fete thrown by the Marquis Wiscott. I'll get you an invitation.
Okay. Or, you know, you could just, like, tell me at the war table, Josephine, because you're, like, right here. You just tell me what we need to do.
We'll be spread thin until the rest of our forces return from the Arbor Wilds.
Of course. Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
What's the next favor we need to get these deux paraquets a lordship?
We must persuade Minister Belize to ratify the papers. She's in charge of these matters of rank. The minister will be at a small fete thrown by the Marquis Wiscott. I'll get you an invitation.
Oh, I gotta go to the party. Alright. Okay. Party time. Oh, you guys aren't coming? We didn't get an invitation for anybody else. Just me.
Thank
My
you
bright,
for seeing me in private,
very
Minister Belize.
bright armor.
I chastise you for taking me from the party, Inquisitor, but the Marquis throws such dull affairs. It's hardly worth it. I assume you wish to discuss your petition to elevate these du Paraquets to a minor lordship. Tell me, why should I allow you to pollute the Orlesian nobility any further than it's already been muddled?
Because it would be a nice thing to do?
Surely even a minister could do worse than have the Inquisition in her debt.
I am a well-positioned woman. I require something more concrete than vague promises of future gifts. And do not attempt to charm me. I am far too old to tolerate it. What can you possibly provide that will make your petition worth my effort?
How about information?
Information. Unless you believe your sources better than agents of the Inquisition.
Normally, I wouldn't trust your discretion. But the left hand of the Divine is working for you, is she not? Sister Leliana is a resourceful woman. I could certainly make use of her talents. Very well, Inquisitor. Should you fulfill this bargain, I shall raise the du Paraquets into lordship.
But what about the party? The drinks, the snacks, the booze, the gossip. Nope, no party. Okay. The masks.
Inquisitor. I must return to Valrayo to see that everything is in order. Please join me when you can.
Okay.
They'll appoint a new divine soon. One who'll make you stand up for us instead of protecting us.
I received a letter from the House of Repose, Your Worship. They acknowledge their contract is null and void. There is no longer a price on my life.
They're a polite bunch of ruthless murderers, I'll give them that.
I regret we were forced to deal with them, that you were endangered by my part in the game. Did I ever mention I used to be a bard?
You were a singer.
Bards entertain the Orlesian court. They sing, play music, make charming conversation, and spy. Many young nobles put on a mask and practice playing the game in such a fashion.
What made you interested in becoming a bard?
I was attending a university in Valroyo when I learned about bards. There was such an air of romance about them.
Stories of secrets, trysts, and fascinating people. A group of us, young gentry from Antiva, decided this exciting life was for us.
I don't imagine many firstborn heirs join those ranks.
No, I was a rather foolish exception. During one particular intrigue, I encountered a bard sent to kill my patron. We fought. Or perhaps scrapped is the better word. Both of us terrified. We were at the top of a steep flight of stairs. The other bard threw a knife, and I pushed him away from me. You can imagine the result.
You were only defending yourself.
But it was such a waste, Inquisitor. When I took off his mask, I knew him. We'd attended parties together. If I'd stopped to reason, if I'd used my voice instead of scuffling like a common thug, I'll always wonder who that young man would have grown into.
He seemed willing enough to murder you for the game.
Perhaps. I feel I'm the last to judge whether or not he would have actually used the blade. In all the commotion... forgive me, I don't believe I ever thanked you for helping me with this.
Hold on to it. Don't lose sight of why you came here.
I will never forget you helped save the House of Montillier, Inquisitor. And should you ever visit Antiva, stories of the welcome we'll give you will be told for years.
Yay, Josephine's quest is done. Imagine how long that would have taken had I not had the war table mod installed. It would have taken hours to do. Alright. I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop here. I'm gonna save some stuff for the next part, so I don't burn through everything tonight. Let me go see what's in the chest of disappointment before I close out here.
Your worship.
Say something funny.
Humor to fit your mental capacity. A woman falls down. The end.
Ha 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 ha. Funny. Okay. Oh, silver. I'll take that. That's good.
Not trying to step on your toes, you know.
Alright. Let's stop here. Alright. I'm getting very close to the end of the main game here. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time. Have a good night. Bye.